All right, so there's so much training dollars around and training systems. How's that helping? Are we getting past the driver shortage? Like, we seem to be going further and further into it, but there's more money available. Your classes are full. What's going on? How do we handle this?
Yeah, so what we're finding that a lot of the drivers coming into the industry, they're all mostly older drivers. We get a lot of them coming in between 45 and 65 years old. So it is, I think, it's tough for the industry to try to attract new drivers. So I would think that if everybody will put their mind together and try to find ways to get more young drivers into the industry, make the jobs in a way that it will appeal to them as well. But as far as funding, there's funding for employers. There's the Canada Ontario Job Grant that's been around for a few years. There's also a more recent one that's called Truck and HR,
right,
which is attractive for companies that are looking to hire somebody under 30.
Yep.
So as long as they contact the Truck and HR and then get that person registered with them before they actually put them on payroll,
right,
then that person would qualify for full 100% training.
Okay.
And also they would qualify for up to $10,000 worth of wage subsidies, which helps the company quite a bit.
Right. Yep.
And the beauty about it is they actually pay the driver to pay us versus, where the company has to pay us and then they get reimbursed through the Canada Ontario Job Grant. But the Canada Ontario Job Grant is good for existing employees, where they still qualify for funding to send their existing employees to school and upgrade their license. I always encourage companies, if they have somebody working on the dock or a forklift operator, anybody that works on the inside, you trust them. This is where I would recommend go ahead and help them to get their license. And hopefully, if we all do this, maybe we'll keep a flow of drivers coming in.
It's a good investment for the people. It shows that you're investing in your people and you're getting the benefit of getting somebody who's moving up in their career as well.
It's true. So we all have to do our own part so we can make sure at least more drivers keep coming in.
Yeah.
And you still have the people that are out working and low-paying jobs, and they have no way of trying to get access to the funds.
Yeah.
So I know Second Career is still there, and it's for people who are laid off and collecting EI. But if you're not on EI and you're working a low-paying job, you want to get into trucking, unless you have a company sponsoring you, there's no way for them to get funding, which is it's very frustrating sometimes.
Wow. Okay, so where do people come in and talk to you guys about all the funding options available, or
we get a lot of them call the school first, and they ask about funding and how they can access to it. So I think if companies are interested, if they can approach us and let us know that if we get these kind of calls, we can also refer to those companies if they're interested in applying for funding, through the Canada Ontario Job Grant or the Truck and HR.
Yeah.
I think if we all work together, we should be able at least to have more drivers coming into the system, because the way it's going and the way it is now, they're saying 1 out of 4 drivers now is over 65.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're what they're gonna do a few years from now.
Yeah. Do you see any younger people in your class? I saw some of your students were fairly young, right?
You are starting to see some younger people coming in, and a lot of them, they're getting help from, they're being laid off and they're being retrained through the Second Career program.
Right.
So those are there because they have already the funding in place. But the ones that want to get into it and they have no way of connecting with a funding agency, nobody can borrow the money. That if you're not working, nobody's going to lend you the money.
That's right.
So I think if companies are willing to participate in a way where they can let us know that they're willing to talk to these people that are looking to get into the industry, then we can refer to them and they can do their thing about their applying for funding, and then once they get them approved, then they send them back to school.
Okay.
I think that helps a little bit more.
Right. What about, are you still doing overseas work? Are you getting people coming from overseas, or is that kind of stalled at this point? Or
Yeah, the the overseas where the foreign workers, I think it's all has to go to also through the company. They have to kind of sponsor them to bring them back
Right.
into Canada and all that. We don't do a lot on it, but obviously we get calls all
Yeah.
the time.
Oh, I
We
know.
get a lot of emails. Oh,
Yeah.
I want to move to Canada. I have that much experience.
Yeah.
So again, if anybody's interested out there, if they let us know, we can also connect them with those people, and then they can work on their paperwork. Especially the ones that have a lot of experience
Yeah.
and they want to move to Canada. I mean, these are great,
Yeah.
great people to bring in.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Great job. Thank you.